let's start off with upcoming films. The first thing on our docket is yet another Stephen King adaptation. Netflix has confirmed this is coming October 5th, 2022. Dave, tell us what it is and what is it good? Are we going to like this one?
Yeah, I think this one will be good. I mean, the choice of director is a little weird, but I mean, not that he's a bad director. This is just kind of a weird foray for him. But yeah, this is Mr. Harrigan's Phone. This came out of Stephen King's If It Bleeds anthology. It's like a little 4-story short stories collection. And Mr. Harrigan's Phone was the first story. And that's like short, I mean, super short, like 80 some pages, 85 pages, something like that. But a really, really good, tight Stephen King tale. But the director is John Lee Hancock. And the name may not sound familiar, but if you've seen The Blind Side, he wrote that. The Highwayman, which was a great movie. Did you guys see The Highwayman when it was on Netflix? The Bonnie and Clyde movie that about the guys that were chasing Bonnie and Clyde, really good. So I mean, this guy's got some, he's got some power behind him. So I'm curious to see what he does with a Stephen King adaptation. So this will be fun. But the basic premise, without ruining it for anybody, is it's set in a little Maine town, like all Stephen King stories are, right, or most of them. And he befriends this reclusive dude who's a billionaire that. Basically he wants him to like read to him and stuff, but they form a bond. And this was back when technology was just starting to evolve, and the boy has an iPhone, one of the early iPhones. And after the old man kicks the bucket, strange things start happening. Strange things start happening. Yes. Yeah. So it should be good. I'm looking forward to it, and we don't have too long to wait for this. Only like a month.
October, yes.
Yeah.
Now
this is going to be here. I think Donald Sutherland's going to play Mr. Harrigan, which should be great.
Oh, that's nice.
So definitely a lot to like here. We'll see. I like the director, and he also wrote it. So the writer and the director is this John Lee Hancock guy. So yeah, I mean, this could be a biggie.
Yeah, October 5th. So from the date we're recording, exactly 1 month from now. And of course, Netflix is always brings some fun horror films, usually a little lighter fare in most cases, but this is going to be fun. And then also, they've been doing a lot of Stephen King adaptations over the past few years.
It seems like we get about one a year, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Yeah, it seems like they're kind of good there. So I've got high hopes for this one. We'll have to see. I enjoyed the short story quite a bit, so I'm hoping that this keeps that theme going.
Me too. All right, up next is a new movie is coming from the director of Guns Akimbo. We like that movie, Guns Akimbo, right?
Yeah, that was a great one.
Jason Howden. I did not know that he had created a comic book called Monsters of Metal, which I'm going to read you the synopsis here soon, and it sounds a lot of fun. But he's adapting that to head to theaters. And I loved his directing. That movie was awesome, and I'm excited to see what he's doing with this. And when you hear the synopsis, I think you will be too. All right, here we go. Frankenstein's monster, named Frank, and his bandmates, Medusa, Jack-o'-lantern, Werewolf, and the Bride, have spent the last few centuries squatting in Dracula's castle, unbeknown to their slumbering host. But after a band rehearsal gets out of hand and wakes the fearsome vamp, the group gets booted from the castle and are forced to hit the road. As Frank and the band take their act on tour, they find themselves fighting off crazed groupies, monster hunters, and fellow crypt creatures in a darkly comic tale that puts death in death metal.
So it's kind of like a Monster Squad, I guess, for adults.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying it's like, think of this as Spinal Tap meets Monster Squad.
There you go. That's exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So it's live action.
And I'm telling you, Rob Zombie should be kicking himself in the ass for not directing this. This would be the perfect Rob Zombie. If he was going to do something that he didn't write and he wasn't going to put his wife in, this would be one that he should have been making this instead of making the Monsters.
Yes.
He really should have. Yeah. I mean, Jason Howden, he would. Guns Akimbo was great. He's going to bring such a wild, phonetic energy to it. I mean, he's going to do great. But as soon as I heard about this, I'm like, oh, fuck. This is. I'm always saying if Rob Zombie would just take a project and just just direct it. You know, boy, this would have been perfect for him.
Yeah, it's going to depend on, I would think, the quality of the special effects, unless they're doing an animated, which I don't think they are. I think they're doing it live action.
I hope it better be live action, because wow.
Yeah, we got to have live action. I don't want freaking the monsters from the Count Chocula and Frankenberry doing this shit.
No. Groovy Ghoulies is what I was thinking of. I don't know if anybody Groovy Ghoulies. But I don't know. I love the idea of it. You know, that they're a metal band. They've been squatting in Dracula's castle for all these times. Oh my gosh, what a great concept. I can't wait for this. Crystal, what about you? Is this sound like something?
Oh my god! Of course, I'm really interested to see, because you know, it's like, I think a funny take on Universal monsters characters is awesome. Like, I hope that they actually have a lot of comedy. I hope that the casting is going to be, I mean, Medusa, who's going to play Medusa? Oh my god. And the bride, I mean, she better be me. That's all I'm saying.
You better be the bride. There you go.
Or am I?
Throwing your name.
Crystal Cleveland.
Yes. They haven't cast yet, so you never know.
I'm just saying, you know.
Right. Well, as we get more news, you know, we'll be bringing it to you.
Yeah. Was there anything saying like how soon this is going to happen, or is this just one of those? It's in talks.
It's an announcement that it is happening.
Okay.
And it's worthy of us bringing up and discussing because it's awesome. All right, here's another one.
Guns Akimbo. Come on, if he does anything like Guns Akimbo, that's it. Like, I'm in. You know, that was one of my favorite movies.
It was good. All right. Up next, we have an adaptation of a book called Home Before Dark, not Doc, but Dark. And it's going to the big screen. It's going to go for Sony. The screenwriter is Blair Butler, who just brought us the invitation. I don't know if you caught our review of the invitation. The story had a lot of promise. The execution, maybe not so much. So at least they had the right person bringing along. And then Patrick Bryce is coming along, and he has recently done There's Someone Inside Your House, which I'm trying to remember.
Wasn't that Netflix thing?
I think it was. I think
that was on Netflix. I remember we did that. He did what was that Mark Duplass movie? The one, there was two of them. Oh shit! I can't remember the name of it. Creep. He did the Creep and the other.
Okay. Yes. 2014's Creep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I do not know the source material, but Dave, you do. You said you knew Home Before Dark.
Yeah. It was a novel in the early 2020s. It might actually been 2020. It's kind of a pseudo ghost tale. It's really more of a family drama. I mean, basically, it's a girl whose father, they lived in this mansion, and while they were living there, the father wrote this dynamic novel that becomes like this huge best-selling book, and she doesn't believe any of it. She thinks it's all horse shit, and dad's just making it up. But he dies, and she has to go back to the house, and turns out maybe daddy wasn't so full of shit.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but it's one of those slow burn kind of things. But I mean, it could work.
I think it will. Yep. Looking forward to seeing what comes of that. Of course, like the other two, we'll keep you informed as we get more news, because we got to start casting it soon as well, and when it's going to come out. But Sony. Gotta up your game, Sony. You gotta up your game.
We're gonna put Crystal Cleveland in it. Crystal Cleveland, she's gonna become our Sherry Moon zombie. We're putting her in everything.
Yes,
no! You just cut me deep. You cut me so deep.
You brought her up and then you slammed her down. All right.
Yeah.
So that's our upcoming horror movie news. We hope you look forward to these films as much as we do. We'd love to hear your thoughts on these. Leave some comments down below. And of course, if you like what you're hearing, hit the subscribe button, the like button, share with a friend. Oh, it'll do us wonders. We're trying to reach 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube, so we appreciate it.
It's not that many.
The big 5G.
No.